and welcome to Offsite Dirt. We are here with more Marketplace. My name is Mark Willey, and I'm joined by Audrey Krubesic. Audrey, who's on the show today?
Thanks, Mark. It's exciting to be on Marketplace. We get to bring you these amazing products, people that are offering such great solutions for our construction and building industry. We have Contemporary Woods with Adam McKee. How are you today, Adam? And thank you for being here.
I'm great. I'm honored to be here. I'm really excited to get into it.
Wonderful. We know that your company has been around for 41 years and quality is the standard of how you guys have led into such a success over those years. Please tell us, how did you start changing that business outlay, or what happened 10 years ago when you decided to take over the business?
It's a great, interesting story to me. A little backstory. I have always been an entrepreneur. I didn't know it until later in life, but I was a handyman. I had my own handyman business when I was 13. I did, craft projects at home. I worked with my dad and my grandfather, who were both in the home building industry, and I worked commercial construction. I did all these things, and one day I was at a job I didn't really like anymore, and I got a phone call, and somebody said, "Hey, this cabinet business is selling. You should think about buying it." And so, 27-year-old me went out and told my pregnant wife, "Hey, I'm going to quit my job with benefits and insurance, and I'm going to go get a loan for 6 figures, and I'm going to go buy this existing business. It's going to be great." And that's kind of how it started. Now, being honest, the first few years as being a new business owner, it's always a struggle, and you have to learn and fail forward. But it's something that I've really sunk my teeth into and decided that I'm here, I'm committed, and I'm going to make it better. And so buying that business 10 years ago, it was an opportunity to take what they had already started of great quality, but they had kind of lost sight of how do we continue growing that quality. And they kind of stagnated doing what they always had done, a certain color of furniture, certain colors of finishes, and just certain kinds of designs. And so we've really flipped the company on its head and decided to offer more cabinetry, higher end services, and just better craft for our clients to enjoy. And that's what has happened in the last 4 to 5 years, and that's led us on the journey to where we've gotten to here today.
I love that. And first of all, high five for taking that step. I can tell you the stories in my head are very similar to the joy of youth and being around folks like your father and such. So there's more to that with you, though. I know there is, because we've got a chance to hang out, and it's the inspiring craftsmanship movement, right? So this is not just the day-to-day operations. This is not just your passion. This is an opportunity for others. So can you tell us what that looks like?
Yeah, so along my journey of development, about 4 years ago, I really kind of hit a brick wall, and my back was against the wall. I had things that choices I had made or not made that got me to a place that was very uncomfortable. And a lot of us change when the uncomfortableness gets to a certain point, and we have to. That's where I was. And I read a book that got me to read another book, that got me to read another book, an Audible subscription. And I started enjoying growing and learning. And I started, wanting more for myself and our team. And not only do I want to create a great business that can run without me, because it should be able to run and be self-sustaining so we can support others in our team and the community. But I've discovered that what my passions are, my immutable laws about myself, and things that I just are core to my being, are important, and I want to bring others up. And let me tell an example of what that is. And so celebrating craft is something that's like a euphoria for me. It's when I stand back and when I look at my bookcase I built, or I built my son's fort, or we did a yard project, or we painted the house, whatever it is, with that physical craft, it gives me goosebumps talking about it, standing back and going, wow, I built that. Look at that. It doesn't matter if you're an accountant and you just love the best crafted spreadsheet that gives you the right numbers and the right results, or it doesn't matter if you're making the best engineered T-stud to, make a house worthy of a 500-year existence. It doesn't matter what your craft is. It's worth celebrating, and it's worth bringing others along with the journey on you. And so I've started a movement, the Inspiring Craftsmanship movement, where I want to dedicate more of my life and more of my time to inspiring others to celebrate their craft.
Amen. I think that's wonderful. And I think it's wonderful that you found it in yourself. And because you found that in yourself, it expands outward. And that expansion also helps other people to start believing and seeing things a little bit differently. And I think that, thank God you went through that challenge 5 years ago, or you were able to actually look and open a book or see something within yourself that was greater than what was in front of you that day, because that's how we evolve and change, and we make things for the greater good. And it seems as though you are doing that. Is there anything in particular, when you look back on this journey, just even in 5 years ago, that makes you so proud with Contemporary Woods?
Yeah, it's probably the team we've started to craft. We've decided what our core values are: quality, teamwork, and improvement. Quality because the company was founded on quality. Quality because I believe in leaving things better than we find it. Teamwork because as a team, we can do so much more than we can. We all have our own home shops, and we all could go to our basement or our garage and go make one cabinet a week. And, we would do okay, but as a team, we can make, exponentially more as a team, and we can, help each other and lift each other up. And then improvement is just core to me. We say fail forward as a team, leave things better than you find it. We want to, be the buffalo and run towards the problems and try to change the industry norm of poor communication and average service, and flip the script and make sure that our clients are getting what they deserve from actual craftsmen that care about doing that. And so those are some of the kind of things that led me there. And some of the wins in our business, like I said, is finding other people that align with those core values. And when you don't have those people, telling them that they're not a good fit. And even with clients, I've discovered sometimes the hard truth is up front, that you better tell the client. I always like listening to our good friend Steve Basic say, I know builders out there that told me that I should have paid them $500 at the start of the project to tell them to go away because I would have made more money. It's that deciding to say no, and deciding to say yes at the right times, and deciding that you're at choice. That has led us to work with some better clients, some better contractors, better communities, and just really find the people that value what we're looking for, and they're not just judging everything on bottom dollar or bottom speed or how fast or we're trying to avoid the toxic relationships and surround ourselves with people that value moving forward together.
So a saying that reminds me of that is, Adam, sometimes the best jobs are the ones we don't take, right? And it's that learning process of how it's better for the members of our team, right? And for yourself, right? As a member of the team, what do we learn by not doing certain jobs? But there's a whole lot to be said about how the business runs when we're not there, right? I know you are good at this one. So you're not there all the time. You're probably thinking about things all the time, but you're not there all the time. Tell us, how do you pull that off?
Well, a lot of help. I decided I should surround myself with people that are smarter than me. I don't, as much as I love craft and craftsmanship, I don't necessarily want to be the best finisher, or I don't want to necessarily be the best, assembler or, table saw operator. I want to surround myself with people that are better than me. And that includes coaching. And a couple of years ago, I found an amazing coaching company, Tap Potential, and Dr. Sabrina, she's the business psychologist, and she has really helped me find and fine tune a lot of these things. And so surrounding yourself with teachers and people that are smarter than you, I think is one of the absolute basics that I wish it hadn't taken me so many years to learn that.
Yeah, but it all happens when it's supposed to happen. I feel like your journey just keeps expanding. I love that the three most important areas of your business, your core values, are quality, teamwork, and improvement. In those three areas, where have you seen the biggest expansion in your company?
Probably in teamwork recently. We recently, in the last 3 months, have hired 2 brand new people, and they both found us and reached out to us and said, hey, from the outside, it looks like you're really a desirable company that we want to work for. And, talk about a proud papa moment, when our team, advertises ourselves, to others and, promotes ourselves in a positive way. And when we do paid working interviews. So we bring them on for a day and pay them for their time and work with these people to find out if they're going to be a good fit for our team. We're discovering more and more about all the hard work we've done in the past years to build a better team, to build a better culture. And I think that started to pay dividends. Our quality, I'm always aspiring for the next level quality. I sometimes have a negative outlook. I look at what we do and go, oh, we could have done that better. But our team likes to bring it back to celebrating wins. We do weekly one-on-ones with our team members. And one of the first questions we ask is, what was the win from this last week and how can we celebrate it? Oh, you should have seen this excellent miter I made on this, cabinet part. Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm so proud of the excellence that we were able to execute on, so.
Adam, you highlight your team and the processes so well, and everyone picks up on your passion and joy. What are some of the strengths and capabilities of your operation? Like for folks that have never heard of Contemporary Woods and they call up, what do you offer them that sets you apart, and how can you make that process so great?
So one of my favorite books is by an author by the name of Mike McKee, and his book was The Pumpkin Plan. And it's about how giant pumpkin farmers, grow giant pumpkins, award-winning pumpkins. And the gist is they buy a really good seed, they plant one plant, and they watch that vine grow. And as that vine grows, these little pumpkins start popping up, and there might be 4 or 5 different pumpkins on that vine. But one of those pumpkins is bigger, healthier, and is growing stronger than the others. And what they do is they take loppers and they cut off the weak pumpkins, and they water and they fertilize that pumpkin plant to grow that award-winning 2,000-pound, blue ribbon pumpkin out there. And the analogy to a business is we want to focus on what we're good at. We used to do refinishing. We used to do small projects under $500. We used to do repairs of other people's stuff. And those are all things on our vine that we had to lop off because we weren't good at it. It distracted from our focus. And so we're bringing a more focused team to our clients and to our contractors and to our designers that we work with. We want to be, and so along with that process, that book, there's part of the process where we do pumpkin plan interviews. And so we do top client interviews. And what we're looking for is to find out what bugs them. What would they fix? If they could wave a magic wand tomorrow and fix something in the industry. And one of those things is communication. That's, I always say the proverbial plumber, you call him and he's supposed to show up on Wednesday. He doesn't call, doesn't show, or he's 2 hours late, or he comes the next day. We don't need to pick on plumbers. We can pick up my dad. He's an electrician. It's the same thing. But, we want to be better communicators. I don't think we're perfect yet, but we're striving to, hey, let's lay out a roadmap for the client. Let's show them what steps need to happen. In our initial emails, let's show them what steps need to happen for how to get a quote, how to do the estimate, how to do a paid design, how to do all these steps so that people can come to the table and understand, and they're not guessing what needs to happen next.
Adam, communication, collaboration, and consistency is on your site, and that's exactly what you're thriving for and exactly your output. contemporary woods, making cabinetry, being able to design and build these things that make us extraordinary, not only in our craftsmanship, but also our leadership. We are so grateful you are here today. I love your inspiration. I love that you talk about, I like to call it the gaps and the gains from that book. I love that you talk about wins. I think your mindset and your mental approach to inspiring people is what makes us better as a business owner. And that's how our world is starting to expand, and you've captured it. Is there anything in closing that you'd like our audience to know about Contemporary Woods?
We are actively looking for others that want to celebrate craft, meaning designers and builders that are looking to partner with people that want to raise the industry. So if there's anybody out there that's interested, you know how to contact me. You can email me, adam@contemporarywoods.com. You can reach out to us on our website, or you can call me or text me on my cell phone, 402-430-7381. And I can give you all those contact details as well.
And Adam, can they come visit you at your factory?
Of course. In fact, we're working on, I just came back from a mastermind retreat last week, and I have a whole bunch of new ideas that we're starting to implement. And so people can book their private tour. We're going to have a secret way of doing that coming up. So.
That is wonderful. So Contemporary Woods, changing not only the way we do craftsmanship, but inspiring others to be their best. Adam, thank you for being here. Mark, thank you for being here. Another Marketplace Monday on Offsite Dirt.